Okay, hello everyone. So we're working here on part 2 of the Newgate clock now, where we're making more or less the inside mechanism for the clock. Not the clock face, so we're going to be more or less working on the piece that goes inside and then the back detail where the battery and the controls go in on the Newgate clock. So I'm going to open up SolidWorks and we're going to get started. Okay, so that's the part we worked on the last day, part 1. So normal SolidWorks screen, same thing as last time. SolidWorks, File, New, click Part, click OK. Then, once SolidWorks is fully loaded, we're going to go over to the front plane on the left-hand side of the screen. I'm going to right-click front plane. I'm going to click the very first button to the left of the eyeball. I'm going to click Sketch. Now, next thing we're going to do then is we're going to go to Circle. So I'm going to click the drop-down arrow, going to click Circle. And just here at the origin, I'm going to draw a circle any size I like. So I normal click the origin once, drag the mouse out, and normal click again, any size. I then go up to Smart Dimension. On the outside of the circle, anywhere I like, I click once. I drag that number out. It'll be a random number for everybody. Drag the number out, click again. And I'm going to change that random number to 115. Click the green tick, then click the green tick again. I then go Features, Extrude Boss Base. And I'm going to extrude that, not 10 millimeters, but 5 millimeters. So change from 10 to 5, leave it as blind, click the green tick, and click again. Now the next step is very important because it will be more confusing if you end up making this piece backwards. So at the moment now this is the front, we'll say, of our piece. I'm going to push down the roller on my mouse like a button. I'm going to move my mouse left or right, and I'm going to look at the other side of this piece. I'm going to right click anywhere I like on the other side, just right here where I'm looking now. I'm going to click this button here to the left of the eyeball. I'm going to click the button Sketch. I'm going to hit the space bar on my keyboard. And then I'm going to click the option Normal To, which is this one here with the arrows pointing up. Once I have that done, I go to Circle again. So I go to Sketch. I go to Circle, click the drop down arrow. I pick Circle. And then I'm going to draw a circle again. And I'm going to Smart Dimension that circle is 113 millimeters. So I type in 113 for that one. I click the green tick. I then go Features, Extrude Boss Base, and I'm going to extrude that a total, not 5 this time. We're going to change that to 9. So I delete out 5, type in 9, and I click the green tick, and I click it again. So now when you look at it in 3D, you have this much made. Again, on this face, I'm going to right click again. I'm going to click the button to the left of the eyeball. I'm going to click Sketch. I'm going to go to hit the space bar. I'm going to click Normal To. And again, I'm going to draw another circle. So I go to Sketch. I go to the drop down arrow. I click Circle. I click the origin once. Drag a circle out any size I like. Go to Smart Dimension. And we're going to make this circle 90. So drag out this random number anywhere I like, change that random number to 90, click the green tick. I then go Features, Extrude Boss Base, and we're going to extrude that a total of 32. So I'm going to delete out that 9, type in 32, click the green tick once, click it again. So this is what you have now in 3D. We have a few fillets to put onto this now. So I go to Fillet. I change it from 10 to 1, and I'm going to click this edge here, and I'm going to click this edge here. Oh, wrong, I clicked the face by accident. So if you ever see the word face appearing here, like what happened to me, just right click face over here, click delete. Make sure you pick up the edge. So that's the first two done. Click the green tick on that, perfect. And then there's one more fillet to go in, so I go to fillet. I change it from 1 to 10, and I click in here. Put a large fillet onto that, and I click the green tick. Now, so what's going to happen here is eventually this is going to become the face of the clock where the numbers and the arms are, the hour hand, the minute hand, and the second hand. But that's not for today, that's a separate part. So what we're going to actually look at today now is the back of this. So we're going to spin back around to this side, this face here. I'm going to right click anywhere I like in this face. I'm going to click the button to the left of the eyeball. I'm going to click sketch. I'm going to hit the space bar, and I'm going to click normal 2. Okay. So the first thing that has to go into this is a slotted hole. So I'm going to go to sketch. I'm going to go to the drop down arrow beside this slot image. And I'm going to make sure that I pick up a straight slot. So I click straight slot. I click the origin anywhere I like. I drag to the left. That's important. Go left. And make sure your line has that yellow symbol, meaning horizontal. Anywhere you like out here, click. Then go up or down with your mouse and click again. Then go to Smart Dimension. The top of that slot has a length of 25. So I'm going to click the top of this, make sure it says 25. And then from top to bottom, the thickness of that slot is 20. So I click the top line anywhere I like. I click the bottom line, ignore the number, don't worry about the number. I click the bottom line anywhere I like. And I make sure instead of that being a random number, that is 25. Click the green tick. I then go, actually not 25, I'm sorry folks, I said the number wrong. It should be 20. So I double click that number 25. That should be 20. Click the green tick. That's better. I then go features, extruded cut. And we're only going to cut down 0.5. So we change the number here, whatever it was, to 0.5. Click the green tick once. Click the green tick again. And that's made a little cut down into it. I'm then going to come up here to the top right hand corner of your screen and click the drop down arrow here beside the magnifying glass and click the word commands. Then click in here and type in the word D-O-M-E and dome will appear. Click dome. Click this face inside here you've just created anywhere you like. Now spin it around so you can see it in 3D. The dome, it's not going to be 10. The total dome that we're going to have for this will be 8. So we change that to 8. Then we click this arrow here beside the number 8 to make it dome internally like this. So it's doming in. And then I click the green tick. And that's made the slot that goes in for where the controls are. Okay. We're going to do the same thing again. We're going to make another slotted hole over here on this side. So I'm going to right click, sketch, spacebar, normal 2. I go to sketch, I go to slot, I click the drop down arrow, I pick straight slot. I click anywhere I like over here, and I then make sure I go down. I click again, and I make sure I go to the right, and I click again. Now we need to get into the right location. So I go to Smart Dimension. From the origin to the middle, that distance has to be a total of 30. So we're going to type in 30 for that, 30. Then the height of that slot has to be a total of 10. So type in 10. And the width of that slot is 15. So I click this line, and I change that, whatever random number is, to 15. Then the last thing to do is to get it that it is in the center. So I'm going to push escape on my keyboard a few times. Escape, so I clicked escape a few times. I click the origin. I hold down the button CTRL. I hold down control. I click the middle. And on the left hand side here, I click the option horizontal. And then I click the green tick. I go to features. I go to extruded cut. Again, we're going to extrude down 0.5. I click the green tick. Click anywhere out here I like to turn off the orange. I then go up here and I'm going to search again for the word dome, D-O-M-E. I click dome. I click this flat surface here. I click the 2 arrows here to make sure it's doming in, and I click the green tick. So that's nearly all the detail done there. There are holes to be cut into that now for switches and dials, which we're going to do in a few moments. Down here now there is a rectangle for the battery pack. It's kind of like the shape of a T. We're going to make that up now. So I right click anywhere I like down here, click to the left of the glasses, click sketch. I click the option here beside rectangle and I click center rectangle. Just try and pick up this blue dotted line. So bring your mouse, don't click anything, just bring your mouse over the origin and drag down. You'll see that that blue dotted line appears. Come down here somewhere, click once, drag out to make a rectangle, click again. Now we're going to put that in the right place. So we're going to go to Smart Dimension. The top of that is altogether 55, so I go 55. And the thickness of that is altogether 16. So I'm going to click this line here. I'm going to make that random number 16. I then go into from the origin. So I'm going to click the origin. Going to click the top here. That distance there has to be a total of 25. So whatever that random number is, change to 25. Click the green tick. And the last job then is like with the slot hole last time. I push escape a couple of times on keyboard. I click the origin. I hold down Control or CTRL on my keyboard. I click the middle of the rectangle and then I click the option vertical here on the left hand side. Once that's done, I click the green tick. We have another rectangle now to cut in here at the bottom. So again, I go to center rectangle. I pick up the center point here and I draw another rectangle. Just make sure it doesn't click onto anything, that it just fits like what I'm doing. Then go to Smart Dimension. The thickness of that rectangle has to be a total of 10. And the width of that rectangle has to be a total of 15. I then go Features, Extruded Cut. I click anywhere I like inside this rectangle. I click anywhere I like inside this top half. I click anywhere I like inside this bottom half. And the thickness that we're going to go in is altogether 9. So change that number to 9, click the green tick, click it again. Click anywhere out here to remove the orange lines, and now you have the area for the battery made. The last thing to do then is to put in, there are 3 holes for holding in screws that hold the back into place. We're going to get them put in now. So I go Sketch, I go to Circle, make sure I click Normal Circle. I'm going to draw, oh, I forgot, made a mistake there, sorry folks, so we're going to rewind again. I never opened up a sketch. So I need to right click on this face first. I need to click this button here left of the glass and click Sketch. Click the drop down arrow beside Circle, click Circle. I'm going to draw 1 circle anywhere up here I like, 1 circle anywhere over here I like, 1 circle anywhere I like over here. Try not pick up any relationships if you can. Now that blue line would be okay, but that's not stuck on the corner of something. We're going to get all them circles the right size first. So we go to Smart Dimension. That circle has to be a total of 4. And so does this one, it's 4 also. And so does this one, it's 4 also. Now, the distance then from the origin to the middle of that top circle, that is a height of 44. Then the distance from the center of that circle to the origin, there is a distance there. So try and make sure that you get this, not an angle distance, move up until you get a random number like this appearing. That needs to be a total of 9. Then for these ones, click the center, click the origin. That downward distance, so that's coming up as 23.40 for me, that's 25. The same for this one, click the center, click the origin, move your mouse around until you get this downward measurement, that is 25. Then again, from the origin to the center, this distance here is 44. And from the origin to the center, this one is 44. I then go features, extruded cut, and let's leave it at 9. 9 is fine. We click the green tick. Anywhere outside here you can click now to remove the orange. Last step, I have to cut out holes that are going to work for the 2 dials or the 3 switches that's on the back of the clock. Now to do that, we actually are going to make this thing hollow first. It would be easier if we make it hollow. So what I'm going to do is going to go around here and we're going to look at this face. So I hold down the roller on my mouse like a button and move it around. I go to shell and we're going to shell this down to a total of 1. I'm going to click this face. I'm going to click the green tick. So now you see you've made it all hollow on the inside for where the screws and all detail goes. And eventually the clock face will be attached to this surface here. Spinning it back around, I'm going to right click anywhere like in this face. I'm going to click there. I'm going to click the button to the left of the glasses. I'm going to hit the space bar. I'm going to click normal too. Now, so we go to sketch, 2 circles. So I'm going to click normal circle. There's a circle roughly here. And there's a circle exactly on the origin, and that's an OK for the moment. Click the green tick. We're going to smart dimension, distance from there to there. Oh, smart dimension, turn it on again. Center to center. That distance is 24. We click the green tick. That circle has a size of 7. And this one has a size of 7. Push escape on your keyboard a couple of times. Click the center of this circle, hold down control in your keyboard, click the center of that circle, make it horizontal. Then go features, extruded cut, change it from blind to true all, click the green tick. Now, we have one more to put in here. So I'm going to right click anywhere in this face again. I'm going to click sketch. I'm going to go to the rectangle, but I'm going to click the drop down arrow and I'm going to pick corner rectangle. And just here I'm going to draw a rectangle inside this shape. We're going to smart dimension. The top of that rectangle is a total of 5. And the side of that rectangle is a total of 7. Now we have to try and get this into the middle, and this can be a bit tricky. So if we go to smart dimension, click this side here, click this number here, and we're going to change that from 4 point, whatever that random number is, to 5. That'll put in the middle that way. Then, if I click this top line here and try and pick up that bottom point of the circle there, that can be the hard part, try and pick up that bottom point there, that distance there needs to be 2. So take your time with that. Once you get that, go to features, extruded cut, change from blind to true all, click the green tick. So now you have all the holes cut out that are used for putting in the switches on the back of the clock. Now there is other information there on the back of the clock, like there is kind of trademarks and on and off and all that kind of stuff. We're going to put them on at a later date when the clock is assembled. There's no need to put them on now. Okay, so that's it for this video. That's part 2 made. So in the next video, I'm going to be making the clock face. Thanks very much. Oh, and before I log off, make sure you save the very same way as the last video. Save it into the folder on your desktop and call this Newgate clock part 2. So I'll do that just in case. I go to SolidWorks, File, Save As. I go to Desktop. I find the folder that it belongs to. And I change from that name and I call it part 2 clock inside, and you can call it Newgate so that you know which one it is. Click save. Okay, make sure you back it up to a USB key and email it to yourself. Thanks very much.